Well, I cried me a river, cried me a river. I cried a river over you. Well, people, it is Friday. Happy Friday, February 20th of 2026, 4:11 in the p.m. How are you? Praise God, from whom all blessings flow. Somebody back in the day said, yeah, I cried me a river over you. Well, the Supreme Court Justice did not cry a river. However, we are crying a river economically. It is a flood, a massive flood. Because the one and only Donald J. Trump, that is President Donald J. Trump, who I told and warned you guys, Godfather soul number one, that Make America Great was a side hustle. And evidently the Supreme Court knew exactly what I was talking about. Because you see, they struck down his tariff. Then he got his little rattle out and started swinging it. Well, I'm going to go up 10% on those who I can. Cry me a river, cry me a river. I cried a river over you. Let's see what they're talking about here.
The Supreme Court justices who ruled against this the policy, striking it down, are they still invited to your State of the Union next week? And will you speak with them?
They are invited, barely. Barely. 3 are happily invited. No, they're barely invited. Honestly, I couldn't care less if they come. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. President. On the trade deal, which is the framework which is to be signed with India sometime soon, will that stand now? And on the decision, nothing changes.
No, nothing changes. They'll be paying tariffs, and we will not be paying tariffs. So deal with India as they pay tariffs. This is a reversal from what it used to be, as you know. India, I think.
I don't even want to play it. It's a clown show. Did a video a few months ago and I said they're lying. Sometimes you hate to be that blunt, but you got to. See, sometimes with the truth, you just got to go there and not just say how you're feeling, but tell it like it is. You know, did I point out the guys in the front row? Yeah, let's look at them. Sitting there with the golden age tie, and the purple Phoenician right there in the front row. They stand out, don't you? Because it's all about the green earth, right? Think they were staged? Let's keep going, Pearson.
The president calling it ridiculous, a disgrace, even saying he is ashamed of certain members of the Supreme Court. Also firing back, the president announcing 10% additional global tariffs on top of existing tariffs, while opening investigations as well. Let's get straight to our chief White House correspondent, Mary Bruce. Mary, tariffs were the cornerstone of Trump's economic agenda. This is a devastating blow for the president.
This is a massive blow to the president and his agenda, but he is making it clear that he is not going to back down. The president saying that he is going to impose even more tariffs, saying we have alternatives, that we can take in even more money, outlining then some of the alternate authorities that he thinks he can use, those other paths, to try and impose additional tariffs. Interestingly, making it clear he's not seeking primarily to go through Congress. As you mentioned, he announced he's an additional 10% across the board global tariff. But what we are seeing here, big picture, is the president coming to terms with the limits of his presidential power. And it is clear that it is frustrating him. He railed against the Supreme Court, especially the conservative justices who agreed with this decision, making it clear that he feels that they should be loyal to him. He also voiced his frustration in saying that he can impose punishing embargoes. He said he could destroy another country's trade, but that he can't charge another country a tariff like the ones that he had been trying to impose. And that's because the Supreme Court found that that was illegal, that it broke the law, that if he wants to do that, he has to.
And it was illegal. And he did break the damn law. You know, I started a show a few months ago. I called it Frustration Friday. Maybe this is the second segment. He did break the damn law. Just like Joe Biden broke the damn law, letting all these illegals over here. Twiddly dee and twiddly dum dum. Take us for a fool, don't they? These ain't human beings, people. These ain't human. See, we play the tariffs. I'm gonna break it down. I'm trying not to comment right about now, but it's frustrating me. They think we economically stupid. They can do anything. Come on, Julius Caesar. Let my people go. Just let them go. Go on to Pluto, Jupiter, or Mars. Where the hell you gotta go? Just go there. We don't want you here with your crazy. See all the people he got behind him? See these people? Them is the ones. All them folks that been at them tech meetings. I just did an hour worth of economic research. And see, economics ain't too sexy. But we got to talk about it. It don't get many views here. I don't get too many views anyway, the way I feel about it. But I just did an hour for research on this economics because the numbers just came out recently. Trump ain't doing no better than Biden. He just bumping his gums. That's right, a 79-year-old man. When you ever see a 79-year-old man with dentures, he just bumping his gums. That's all he doing. Talking loud, saying nothing. Two industries that I saw is blinging right about now. One is tech. One is the stock market. Others, they're twins. He's lying. He's outright lying. And like a kid who got kicked out the baseball game, let me take my baseball bat and my mitt, and let me just go. Oh, I lost. The Supreme Court, they're stupid. If Congress had a backbone, he wouldn't have got with it in the first place. Our economics are hemorrhaging. Let me make America great again. You can't make great what you don't own. I keep telling y'all that. You can't make great what you don't own. We got a bunch of sellouts in Congress. Let me finish this thing. Let me just finish this thing. Let's break this thing down. Brothers from Chicago, they tell like it is.
Some big news for you. The Supreme Court has struck down the majority of President Trump's tariffs. Estimates are about 70% of them. So the tariffs were the centerpiece of President Trump's plan. It was supposed to tax Americans hundreds of billions of dollars a year. It was supposed to bring back manufacturing to the United States of America. And it was supposed to make us rich, like the golden age. Okay, but this is final. It's the Supreme Court. They cannot appeal a decision by the Supreme Court. So this is a huge blow to President Trump's agenda. Okay, so here's what happens. Normally, if you want to impose tariffs, then Congress has to approve it. They have to vote on it, they have to approve it in the House of Representatives and in the Senate. But instead, President Trump declared that it was a national emergency, so he just enacted the tariffs without congressional approval. But of course, it was challenged legally because, as you can imagine, these tariffs affect a lot of businesses, especially the ones that import the majority of their products. So this case climbed all the way up to the Supreme Court. And the question...
And it went against him because it was the right thing to do. But see, the essentials, it appears they're about to get paid. And then you found out 5.5, 6 years ago you weren't essential. But they gave you an X, told you to stand on it. I know, me too. Let me read some of this crap here. What day did Trump start his tariffs? April 2nd, 2025. A day that will live in infamy. April 12th, he started this ding-dong Mickey Mouse show. April 2nd, 2025, he started them tariffs. 10%. Here's today's date. They struck him down. The difference is 324. What is 324? The 324th day of the year is November 20th. What is November 20th? That's Mr. Ice Cream, JoJo. Hey, Mr. Ice Cream. Yeah. You know, they use certain words today. They struck it down. They struck it down. They struck it down. They struck it down. The Supreme Court struck it down. Yeah, I get you. I get you. Well, Supreme Court was founded March 4th, 1789. Let's put this thing together. March 4th, 1789, subtracted from today. There it is, right there. There it is, today. The difference is that, how many years, and 1122. On 1122, JFK was struck down. Do you understand where I'm going with this? Ain't nothing but symbolism. On 1122, JFK was struck down. Do you hear me? They take issues to show you issues. They take subject to show you subjects. These are demons. I'm tired today. I got to tell like it is. And what he say? I could care less. I could care less. I could care less comes out to what? 88, right up his alley. Trump's text number 88022. 2 flagpoles last year, 88 feet tall. I could care less. What else I could care less? Come out to 74. Wasn't America founded on July 4th? I could care less. That's because you leaving. Hold your horses, Pearson. Just hold tight. He's shouting. It's another black man. He's shouting. Black men, they always shout. What's wrong with those black men? They shout a lot. Had to go there, right? Okay. Strikes down. Strikes down. Strike down come out to 49. Who's the 49th vice president? Huh? That's Kamala Harris. Phoenix Bird. Strike down. I'll be glad when all this is over with. I'm just sit back. I'm going to sit back and I'm going to rewatch my videos. I wonder if God let me take my laptop up to heaven. I can get YouTube up in heaven. And y'all can gather around and watch these videos, all this crap that I saw coming. Get your popcorn in heaven, right? The Hill, they published it. Trump tariff revenue of $175 billion at stake after Supreme Court ruling. $175 billion and some change. Who you think gonna get that reimbursement? Cry me a river, cry me a river. I cried a river over you. I hope y'all didn't go and make some business loans and investments and, run up your credit cards because you just knew that everything that Trump told you was about to do that ripple in the pond and come back your way. Because he said it's going to be some new businesses coming, some new factories in the neighborhood, in the community. Everything is going great. Remember every time he got the microphone, Al Capone? Think about it. Every time he got off Air Force One, the economy is booming. Say what? It's a scam. And they let him get away with it. Now they put the brakes on. Why? Let me finish it up. Has the deficit gone up under Trump compared to Biden? Analysis of the federal budget data shows that the national deficit and total debt grew significantly under both administrations, with both Donald Trump and Joe Biden presiding over high spending periods, while the highest single year deficit occurred in 2020 under President Trump. And they're going to blame it on COVID. I'm sure they're going to blame it on that. Due to the pandemic, both presidents have overseen massive debt accumulation, with Trump adding approximately $7.8 trillion and Biden adding $8.4 trillion. Now, let's put that in recent. They done borrowed a whole bunch of money, y'all. Both of them done borrowed money. The stats are crazy. Let me just throw this in there. Baby girl, although I don't like her either, she get out in front of the thing. She the one coming back to be president. Look at what she said back in the day.
I'm not here, so.
Want to hear it again? Come on, girl. I got you on the spotlight. Here you go.
We are seeing organizations stay quiet. We are seeing those who are capitulating to clearly unconstitutional threats. And these are the things that we are witnessing each day in these last few months in our country. And it understandably creates a great sense of fear. Because, there were many things that we knew would happen. Many things, I'm not here, so. I'm not.
The joke's on us, people. She ain't no better. She played her role. He playing his role. He going to play golf. What do you say? He don't care? Because he not going to be here. I told y'all months ago, he not going to be here. Folks still got a bullhead. I see people in the chat. Well, this and well, that. We going to pray for Trump. Suppose he a fallen angel. You praying for a fallen angel? Jesus told y'all don't be throwing y'all pearls of swine. Some folks need discernment. I don't think it's too hard to see these devils for who they are. I really don't. So let me go down. Let me go down this thing. It was a 6-3 ruling. No more. We cut back 70% of these tariffs. 6-3, like 666. That's the beast system. They're speaking. They in on it too. That's right. Supreme Court in on it too. The whole United States been hijacked. I don't care what nobody say. Trump imposed tariffs without congressional approval through emergency. Well, when all hell break loose, soon it might break loose this week. Between Trump and Iran, might be a national emergency then. NDAA and everything else. Trump has signed more executive orders than Santa Claus delivered Christmas packages last year. Come on. This is Julius Caesar, man. That's who he is. Not going to go through Congress to push these tariffs. The hell with you. We got an emergency, Congress. I'm going to go ahead and impose these tariffs. 90% of the tariffs is paid by us. I told you I did an hour worth of studying. You do your own research. Over 90% of the tariff was paid by look, if you want something from China or any other foreign country, and it's shipped over here, and in the middle of the routing to get to our ports, you find out that your costing went up 3, 5, 10%, you making a decision. You know what? Am I going to eat that cost, or I'm gonna jack up my price. So when they get over here and American want to sell it from their business, they gotta pay more for an item they paid less for 3-6 months ago. Do you understand? Then the buyer here in America is like, hey, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna eat the cost? No, I'm gonna pass that on to the consumer. Do you understand how it works? Trump has never explained that to you and us, that elementary. He just told you about the promises and what it was going to do. What you going to do now that 70% of your tariffs ain't even approved no more? Well, I'm going to go up 10% on everybody else. That's going to exacerbate the damn problem even more. With the scenario I just gave you. You think he care? He going to be gone. He going to play golf. This is his role. To show you the illusion that we're going to make America great again. But our stocks and our bonds, a lot of them are owned by foreign countries. A lot of our buildings, a lot of our commodities, our land is owned by foreign countries. You can't make great what you don't own. You can't do it. And I'm waiting on NBC, CBS, and everybody else to say what I'm saying. They got to be in on the lie. Because it's just good old common sense economics. You can't save. You can't restore. You can't resuscitate what the hell you don't own. Let's make it make sense. So now this is an excuse. You see it, this is an excuse. When the economy finally shows its ugly head. I didn't do it. I had the tariffs in place. Congress did it. Oh, no. Not Congress. Oh, we did our part. It's the Supreme Court. And here we go right on down the road to the New World Order. Cry me a river. I cried a river over you. It's a setup, man. The dude's a con man. The President of the United States is a con man. Just might make that my title. He's a con man. Make America great as a side hustle. How much money has Trump and his friends and his family made? The richest American family in a short period of time in all of American history. Silicon Valley and all them guys. Billionaires. What you got? They got $175 billion and some change. They about to get their tariff money, baby. What they didn't get, they about to get it. Santa Claus is what? What is this? February? Santa Claus only 6 weeks late. From December 25th to now, Santa Claus about 6 weeks late. But they about to get us, baby, I want you to understand how much of a crook this system is. It's wretched. It's wretched. Out here buying Trump Bibles and Trump credit cards and Trump gym shoes. Tired of him, man. Lying. Walmart, Costco, they about to get fat. Thousands of lawsuits. Hemorrhaging. That's why he said he don't care less. Trump said, I don't care less. He said, he don't care less because he's leaving. When they do that fake July 13th all over again, oh, God. He tried to do everything he could. They took him out like Kennedy and Abraham Lincoln. Every time we get somebody good, I'm dropping spit off from my mouth, man. I can't believe my country. Trump is gone. You're a fool. You're a fool. You're a fool. You already been fooled. Now you're gonna act a fool. The human mind has the potential to be pimped. That's why we need Jesus. Man, it's crazy. I'm going to reduce the trade deficit. We about to bling, baby. Pull down your miniskirt, baby. I got you. It's a side hustle. What did other countries do when he put this crap out there? They bought their stuff from other countries. I'm going to say it again, then I'm going to get off this thing. What did other countries do when the tariffs went up? Do your homework. They start shopping from other countries. We don't need America. We can buy that somewhere else. And now you got factories over here. Oh my God, we got to lay off workers. Or we got to go up on our prices. They got to make up the difference. And then what happened? The stock market went up today. Good news. Look at that penguin. Look at that penguin. It's good news. See, that's how they playing the game. That's how. Didn't I do a few videos last year on how Trump and Elon Musk allegedly make the stocks go up and down and they capitalize on both ends? This was another moment so his boys can make some money. Let's just get saved and hold on. Do what we can to work through this voodoo doctor, witch doctor, economic system. Because these ain't nothing but demons. That's all I got to say about it.